you the freshest and ripest news from around Lower Early. This is the LEBC News. News. The news.
The LEBC News headlines from LEBC, presented by your presenters, Alice and Ronald.
Bong!
Will this go on forever? Asks Alice.
Bong!
We're never going to get back into the church, are we?
Bong!
We're going to be stuck at home and never see the other members of our church family.
Bong!
Despair, woe, tragedy, etc.
Steady on, Alice. Are you sure you got this right? I thought we had some good news.
Just do the next bong, Ronald.
Bong?
Except, no! What's this? Breaking news!
Bong!
Lower Early Baptist Church announces Return to Church programme!
Bong!
Despair is coming to an end. Hope flies once again.
Oh, that's nicely poetic, Alice. Well done. Bong!
As we return to the church building, live streaming will continue only now from the actual church.
Oh, that's really exciting.
Well, now we go to our roving reporter, Ronald, who is at the church.
But I'm right here.
Well, here I am, standing excitedly outside the Lower Early Baptist Church building in Maiden Place, Lower Early. A building that has remained largely unoccupied for the last 15 months since the first national lockdown in March 2020. But all that is about to change as the church plans to reopen its doors once again for the first time in a long time. I spoke to Minister Keith Wilson about what this will mean for the church family. Keith, you have been Minister for LEBC for some years now. What was it like having to move church online in March last year? And what is your favourite biscuit?
But when the pandemic hit, we were all quite nervous and unsettled. We didn't know what it'd be like trying to do church outside of our building. But the support we've had from our church family has been incredible. But also the number of people who've really helped us with our online services has been so encouraging. I think we've been really blessed, even though at first, when we heard we were going to have to move online, it was pretty scary. Now, my favourite biscuit. Well, I think my favourite biscuit has got to be a chocolate hobnob.
But all that is about to change now, isn't it? How and when can the church open its doors again? And what colour socks are you wearing today?
We're really looking forward to seeing people again because we have missed that sort of personal contact of hearing what God's been up to in someone's life, of praying together, of worshipping together. Now, of course, we won't be able to sing, at least initially, until the guidelines change. So things will be different in the building, but we're really looking forward to seeing people again face to face as well as online. Oh, and the colour of socks today? Let me have a little check. They're black with orange bits.
Has it been difficult equipping the church to do that?
We've got a professional company, a Christian company in, who do this as part of their ministry. Now, obviously, we've had to pay because we've had to get various bits of technical equipment. But of course, we didn't have any cameras or equipment there that we needed to do live streaming.
And what about Sunday morning gatherings? How will they be different from before? Will there still be biscuits after?
Well, we're still meeting at 10 o'clock. So in many respects, the key things will be very similar. So you meet at 10 o'clock, either on our YouTube channel or by coming to the building. You'll be able to worship together. There'll be sung worship, there'll be the talk, there'll be readings. And we're very much hoping that people will continue to participate in the ways that they've been doing so faithfully over the past year and a half as we've been online. Now, not all of the Sunday morning service will be broadcast. There will come a point when we say goodbye to everyone watching at home and they can go off for some Zoom coffee and chat. And those in the building will have some space to do things that perhaps you wouldn't want broadcast, perhaps open prayers or perhaps sharing what God's been up to. And of course, we could not do church if we couldn't have a cup of tea or coffee to have a chat with people afterwards. We're looking at how to do biscuits safely. There's a few restrictions, but I'm sure we can either have biscuits in the church or bring your own.
What aspect of church are you most excited about, as as we move our worship back inside the building. It's the biscuits, isn't it?
Oh no, I'm afraid it's not biscuits. I think the greatest thing is when God's people come together. Now, it's been really challenging over the last 18 months to think what church is. Is church only in a building? And actually, I believe church is wherever 2 or 3 people are gathered, and we're gathered to worship God together. So I think it's really exciting that when we do it together with more people, we get more encouragement and more strength from God's Spirit to go out and serve Him during the week. But of course, it's just as valid to be church at home as well. So whether you choose to watch online or whether you book to come to our service in the building, it will still feel that you are part of the Lower Early Baptist Church family.
And finally, is it true that ministers' socks are blacker than any other kind of black socks, and that most other black socks are just very, 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 very dark blue?
Well, I can assure everyone listening, including you, Ronald, that ministers' socks tend to be holy socks. And mine have actually got a hole just above the big toe this morning.
Well, thank you for your time, Keith. I'd now like to take a look around the building and see what we can spot that is different from before. Well, I'm now going to take a look around inside the church and see if we can spot anything that's different from before. Lots of important signs telling us about safety measures. Sanitise our hands here, that's very important. And as we go into the main room... This is interesting. There's a platform in the middle there, and that looks like a new desk. Oh, and there's lots of cables coming out of the wall. How very exciting. Oh, look, who's this over here? This is Derek. He's the man who's been doing all the installation of the sound equipment. Hello, Derek.
Hello.
Could you tell us what is your favourite biscuit, please?
Chocolate hobnobs.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much. Lots of cables hanging out of the wall. I think that's where there's going to be a camera. And I think there's another one going up here. So, exciting times ahead for the members of the Lower Early Baptist Church family as they prepare to reopen their doors and live stream their morning gatherings. Now back to Alice and Ronald in the studio. Thank you, Ronald, for that excellent report. Extremely well presented, and may I say that you were looking delightfully intelligent and attractive.
Ronald, I'm really looking forward to going back to church and seeing other members of our church family again. Even though it might be a bit strange at first if we're not allowed to sing and have to wear masks and stay far apart from each other.
I agree with you, Alice, but hopefully it won't be long before we can sing together again as a church family. I'm particularly looking forward to that.
Well, now it's over to Michael and Becky as we continue with this morning's live stream worship.
Bye!